problem number 5. Alright? Okay, so go back here, clear. When you enter number 5, open parenthesis, -1 divided by 3. That's the -1/3. And then you're going to press X for it. Make sure you're also following this one, so if you made a mistake, just like on the exam, remember what did I tell you? When we were working on some of the problems, I said, everyone, make sure you do it at the same time as I do it. And true enough, some people did not follow. So that's why your approximate solutions, some of you were incorrect because you were not with me when I was explaining them. Alright? That's why make sure the graphing calculator, if you don't know how to use it, it's going to mess up your life, your scores. Alright? Okay. Sorry, your life is, I'm referring to math. So 4/3. And closed again, and then X. And then minus, open again. And then I'll just have to put 16/3. Okay? Press graph. Alright, is that our expectation that it opens downward? Do you already see the vertex? That's our main concern, is that right? Because if we can see the vertex, then we can find the coordinates. Ready? Is it a minimum or maximum this time? Very good. So since it's a maximum, again, it's just basically knowing where's your left bound. So, if that's my maximum, where's the left? Here. Anywhere here. Is that right? Where's the right bound? To the right. Okay? So, with that, second calc, maximum. So, is that good enough? Look at that one. Is that good enough? Is that already to the left of the highest point, yes or no?
Yes.
Press enter and then move it to the right. Press enter twice after that. 1, 2. Compare the answers that we got here to what we computed. Did we get 2, -4? Yes or no?
Yes.
Alright. What is the axis of symmetry based on this one? Axis of symmetry. X. Do not forget, it's X equal to. So you have to include the X. Because if you just say 2, we don't know if that's an X or a Y. Axis of symmetry is X. Maximum or minimum value is the Y. Do not forget that. So what is our maximum value?
2.
-4. Alright? Because we already know that's Y. Alright? Okay. What's our vertex? 2, -4. Done. That's it. So that's how to use your graphing calculator. Alright? Okay, okay. Do you have any question? The rest, you just practice on those. Okay? Now the next one that we're going to do, next page everyone, is solving by factoring. Okay? The reason why I did not start with our activity from the packet is you're doing your mastery quiz. So I thought of doing this first before we do that. Okay. But any questions so far with finding the minimum, maximum, axis of symmetry, and vertex? Practice tonight, okay? So that if you have questions, you can ask me. All right, okay. These are the steps in solving a quadratic equation by factoring. All right. So the first thing that we have to do is we set up the equation equal to 0. So if I do have y equal to, I will have to remove the y and replace that by 0. All right, okay? And then we're going to write this in factored form. We've learned how to do factoring, all right? And then after that, now, I need help. I'm thinking of 2 numbers, but I don't know those numbers. But I know when I multiply those 2 numbers, the answer is 0. Tell me about the numbers that I'm thinking. 1 has to be 0, very good. Now, I will say A times B equal to 0. Do I know which one? Is it A or B? We don't know. Either one of them. Is that right? Therefore, what we do, we set up A equal to 0 or B equal to 0. Because we said we don't know. It's either one of them. Is that right? Okay. So if I say x minus 2 is equal to 0, what is x? X minus 2 is equal to 0. What is x? 2. Because 2 minus 2 is 0. Alright? If I say x plus 5 is 0, what is my x? Negative 5. Very good. Now, I'd like you to please take note of that. We're going to just do the opposite. Alright? We're going to do the shortcut method. Alright? So rather than showing this all the time, we'll just do the opposite. Ready? Okay, let me give you one more time. Give me the value for x.
0.
Very good, 0.
-5.
Oops.
Oh.
Wait, no. Negative 3.
I'm just trying to trick you. So the answer is negative 3. But we always want it to be 0.
So -5.
X is? Help me. What is the sign of the 5 here? What happened here? So why don't we just do the opposite? Rather than putting -5, -5. We get it right away. So help me. Answer. Very good. So we just do the opposite. Are we clear?
Yeah.
All right. One more time. These are the steps in solving an equation by factoring. Set it up to 0. Factor the trinomial. And then every factor must be set up to 0. At first, I'm going to do using the steps. And then after that, I'll do the shortcut. Okay? Ready? We're going to equate its factor to 0. Is this already in factored form? Yes or no? Therefore, this is one factor, that's another factor, correct? So I will write x minus 2 equal to 0, or you can just put a comma if you don't want to use the word or. X plus 5 equal to 0. Did you notice the answers are already up there? I don't know, I use those numbers. Give me an answer for this one.
2.
X is equal to 2. Or x equal to negative 5. Let's do this quickly. Oh, you may copy that first. Now you might be wondering, why are there two answers? Alright? Okay. I'll be explaining that to you in a bit. But for now, are we clear with the steps? Alright? Let's go over the steps. Set up the quadratic equal to 0, put them in factored form, and set its 1 equal to 0 and solve for the variable. Are we clear? That's a little bit long. Can you please give me the answers? Give me the answers. X equal to 2. Why don't we just do it like this? Everyone, what's the opposite?
2.
What's the opposite?
Negative 5.
Done. That's it. You can just do it quickly like that. Is that right? Yeah. All right? As long as they're in factored form. All right? Ready? We're going to do the shortcut for this one. 3 times a number equal to 0. By the way, is this in factored form? Yes or no? Yes. Just put a parenthesis there. Help me. Oh, 0. Very good. What about here?
4.
Done. That's it. How's it so far? That's easy. But you need to know factoring, because what I gave you for the first two, they're in factored form. If they're not in factored form, what do you have to do? Go back to factoring. All right? So with that, give me a quick answer for number 3. Let me show you the shortcut for this one. Ready? Okay? Eyes on the board first. I will cover that. Give me an answer.
3.
Very good. So I will write x equal to 3. What number did I cover?
5.
5 over 5. You might be wondering why. Well, let me show you the word for that one. Isn't it? This is what we do. Help me. What do we do?
Add 3.
Add 3. What do we do after that?
Divide.
Now, tell me which one is faster, this one or that shortcut? Easy. Begin. Negative 1. Done. That's it. All right. Next, is this set up to 0? No. Did you notice that that's a big number? That's also a big number. But did you notice they're all divisible by 3? We can pull out the 3. So always remember, we follow the quadratic form. So minus 33x plus 72. Now, when you see big numbers like that, it tells you there could be a greatest common factor. So we can divide by 3. So we pull out the 3, x squared, and then you just ignore the 3 after. Okay? Minus 11x. 72 divided by 3, you're going to get a 2. 24 equal to 0. All right? Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this one? 3 parentheses, 3 times. How do I undo multiplication? Division. So can I just rewrite? 0 divided by 3. So which means you can just disregard the 3. However, if there's an x here, you follow just like what we did in number 2. Okay? So plus 24. Let me see if you remember your factoring. Do you remember how to do factoring? Let's review. So this is RC, is that right? If that's a plus, what does that tell us? Same signs and both are? Therefore, negative 8 and negative 3. Is that right? Yes? Negative times negative is positive. 8 times 3 is 24. Negative 8 minus 3 is negative 11. Alright? Therefore, x minus 8, x minus 3 equal to 0. Therefore, what are the x values? 8 or 3. There you go. All right. Okay. So far we do have solving quadratic by factoring. The next one that we're doing is, what if we cannot factor them out? I cannot use this strategy. There's going to be another strategy by graphing or using the, anyone? It's a formula. Starts with a Q. Quadratic formula. Okay. But before we do the quadratic formula, let's practice some more. Can you please try numbers 5 and 6? Begin. 5 and 6.